From a rooftop in the old town with a wonderful view of the city skyline, I welcome you to Panama. This will be a short visit, but we're going to make the most of it. And you told me you have to stay in the old town. You have to. So I searched there on Booking, found a little hotel for $80. It's called Hotel Boutique Bardot. By the way, a funny story. When I was going through immigration, the lady asks where I'm staying and I reply, at Hotel Boutique Bardot. And she says, Bardot, isn't that the mathematician, the one from the school textbooks? And I tell her, it's Baldor. My brain just froze. I don't even remember how I remembered Baldor's algebra. But anyway, it wasn't Bardot specifically, but it was something like that. I'm going to show you this place, which I think is pretty cool. It's very colonial, like, well, everything around me here. But look, it has this little terrace, its beds, its lounge chair. Over here it has a jacuzzi, and the jacuzzi, well, with its own view of the skyline. And now I'm going to take you to the room. Look, this is super interesting. The small hotel has 2 floors, and my room is on the second, but after reaching it, you have to climb a few more stairs. No, I don't mind because I'm traveling with just carry-on bags, and there's an elevator up to the second floor, but it's from there to here. I went up these spiral stairs, and if I had heavy luggage, then things would get a little complicated. Here I put 2013, 3, 2. I shared my password with them, and now look how beautiful my room is. Obviously super colonial, but it's nice, really nice. Cool, there's the little bed over there, and here's the closet. Of course, a little coffee machine. I've been told that Panama has the best coffee in the world. Let's see if that's true. And over here is the bathroom with a bathtub and everything included. I mean, really cool, really, really cool. What do you guys think for $80? Time to go out for a walk. Look how cool. Right in front of the hotel where I'm staying, there's like a collaboration with Carolina Herrera. At the Casco Viejo Hotel, I started walking around here. I was highly recommended to try some raspaditos, but on the coastal strip, not here in Casco Viejo. They're all the same. I could get a raspadito from this guy, and it's just as good as one from the coastal strip. Let's see what we find. I'm just going with the flow. I don't have anything set on the global positioning system. I'm just going to see how things are around me. And then I'll look for a coffee shop, of course, something to eat. And I'll show you lots of souvenir shops around here. Emerald helmet, my beautiful Panama. Wow, look, how cool is this? A street with just hats hanging everywhere. And I think it's innovative, because ever since they invented the street with umbrellas, which honestly I don't know which city in the world was the first to do it. After that, everyone was umbrellas, 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 umbrellas. But here they decided to do it with hats. Hello, how are you? How's it going? That was so funny, everything that just happened. First there was a man nodding off, taking his nap, then a lady who was all annoyed, and then a really sweet lady saying hi and all that, all in less than 15 meters. You guys can't imagine how much I want to really get to know Panama. The first time I came was about 12 years ago, and I had the chance to spend one day in San Blas and a few other days here in the city itself. But in 2021, we had planned a trip to Panama, which honestly, I don't know why we ended up not taking. But since 2021, look, I have a list on my phone. Bocas del Toro, San Blas, Valle de Antón, Contador Island, Coiba, Cerro Ancón, The Country and Adventure Farm, The Boyano Caves, Chorrillo Waterfall, Boquete, Panama, Los Cangilones, The Lost Waterfalls. I mean, all of these were things I had researched 4 years ago to do a trip of about 2 weeks or a little more here in Panama, and it didn't happen. But it's still on my mind. Well, you can imagine how excited and eager I am to visit this country. I'm even making you a video during a layover of less than 24 hours. but the intention is to explore a little bit. I've seen a lot of tattoo places. I've even seen tattoo and coffee shops. I don't know if it's like the vibe, that artistic feel that Casco Viejo has, because the decorations in the places are also really, really beautiful. But I'm honestly surprised. Obviously, I already knew a really beautiful Panama. When I came 12 years ago, there were already, several of the city's skyscrapers. I don't know if all the ones that are here now were there, but I really did get to know Panama. It was cool. I ate well, but now it's like more, enhanced, and I like that. Now I did set the global positioning system for a specialty coffee shop. Those who know me know how much I love coffee, and here they sell one called Geisha, which is one of the best in the world. Supposedly, it held the record for a kilo of coffee that was sold recently, this year, for $30,000. Honestly, it seems crazy to me, but I have paid around $25 for a quarter of a kilo, so that would be about $100 per kilo. When we went to El Salvador at a farm there, which was spectacular, this same coffee bean called, I don't know if it's geisha or whatever, but it's the same as the Japanese companions. So we're going to try it now. Tell me, am I crazy or just too crazy for coming here wearing these pants, which are also thick and hot, and a black shirt? The humidity is crazy, but I went to visit my sister because my little niece turned 1 year old. I only brought workout shorts and these pants. The only halfway decent thing I had, everything else was literally soccer shorts. So obviously I wasn't going to go out on the street like that, and right now I'm regretting it. I put on jeans and I'm drenched in sweat. On top of that, this crazy wig. What am I even wearing? A lot of people have asked me why I did it, what I did. And I was torn between whether to make a video or not. But let me tell you, basically there's some pills called finasteride. Obviously I went to a professional who prescribed them to me and all that, this and that. Although part of me feels like I kind of got scammed because the office was all fancy and everything, and it was really expensive. But I have another buddy who takes another one, which is minoxidil and dutasteride. Supposedly it's pretty much the same as finasteride, or a bit stronger, something like that. And they're like testosterone inhibitors, and they boost hair growth. This is obviously super summarized, and in the end, yes, my hair did grow a lot. But like I said, the way they did it seemed really expensive to me, so I'm not going to recommend it. But those are the pills, those are the compounds. Do a little more research and obviously go to a professional so they can prescribe you something if you want your hair to grow. The wig, right now I don't appreciate it because it just makes me feel hotter. Look, nothing but coffee shops. And jewelry stores, costume jewelry shops, souvenir shops, basket cake. Oh, that looks good. And you're going to say to me, Emmanuel, how are you going to have a coffee with this heat? Zero against, because zero heat kills heat. Didn't you know that when it's hot, you eat something hot and all that in the Venezuelan plains? When it's really hot for lunch, soup and more soup still boiling. So I'm no one to challenge the laws of physics, so I stick with this theory. Don't tell me it's closed, please don't tell me it's closed. No, it's not closed, but you definitely can't get in through here. Look, it's called Geisha, terroir, as it's read, but it's really nice. They're remodeling all of this. But what is it? What is this? This is... What is this? 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 What is it? What is this? What is this? What is this? Thank you. Wow. The coffee is incredible. The almost 1,000 Google reviews weren't wrong. It's really, really good. I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'll talk to you a little more. Wow, this coffee is so good. But it did cost me $11, like the little coffee pot that was enough for about 3 half cups, so to speak. And it was incredible, incredible. They have $5 coffee, but the geisha, which is the super special one and all, actually, I bought one in beans to make at home. No, really, really good, honestly. If you're as much of a coffee lover as I am, you should go. And now I'm going to a place called La Pulperia. It has 4.9 stars on Google. I rely a lot on Google reviews. In fact, I leave quite a few reviews on Google myself. And with the coffee, they weren't wrong. Now let's move on to the food. I left the restaurant, and just like this sign says, we're not what you imagine, but we do serve octopus. In fact, we're not an octopus restaurant, but a pulperia. It refers to what used to be like grocery stores or supply shops, which had a little bit of everything, and it was really good. I ordered a ceviche that I loved, and it came with some plantain chips that were curved so you could put the ceviche on them. I had seen big baskets of tostones before, but these plantain chips were thin and wavy. I thought it was innovative, and I ordered an octopus that was spectacular, just divine. Everything was $36 with a sparkling water. What do you think? I thought it was a good price because seafood isn't always cheap, but we're still exploring. Now, I came to the Amador Causeway, or the Coastaway, and I don't even know why I came here. To make myself sad because I can't get on one of these super yachts. If you can't get on, just walk around and see how beautiful it is. I don't know if the camera can show all the colorful fish there. One of the things that I really loved when I went to Costa Rica was diving in the Pacific. And here in Panama, you could do it too. I would love to do it. In fact, I read a statistic that Panama has more birds than the entire United States and Canada combined. I mean, it's an amazing country, especially for appreciating wildlife. And look, speaking of that, a flock of birds flying around here. A catamaran arriving on a little tour from Taboga, which is an island. I was reading that it's done as a full-day trip. There you can see people arriving. It's really nice around here. Too bad it's so cloudy. And actually, most of the year is like this. From around May to November, there's a lot of rain and it's almost always cloudy. And then from December to April, that's the best season to come. So keep that in mind if you want to visit this country. The entire main bridge that we crossed by car to get here connects what would be the mainland. Like with 4 little islands, so to speak, where we just were, where those yachts were. It's called Flamenco, and then the next one is called Culebra, which is where we're going now. There's another one called Perico, and the last one is called Naus. I'm fascinated with this place, and I regret that my foot is still a little hurt. I mean, I don't consider myself fully recovered from the sprain yet, but I would love to jog all around here. I mean, this and the coastal beltway, it's beautiful for running, but unfortunately, I'm not in a condition to take strong impact on my ankle yet. So I'm just walking, and actually, if I catch one of those bikes you see over there up ahead, I'll definitely get on one too, to enjoy a little ride. It also doesn't put as much pressure on my foot. These places are so beautiful, like the restaurants. Look at the perfectly clean street. This part here is for pedestrians and this one is for bicycles. All the little flowers planted there. Thank you for watching the video. Airsoft, they're like little air guns, things to rent, bicycles, carts, and of course more. Yachts and yachts and yachts. Do they give them away here in Panama? Because there are just too many yachts. There are a lot of marinas, all full of yachts, catamarans, giant boats. I don't know what's going on in Panama. By the way, we're already on the second little island, Perico Island. I don't know if you can read more signs from Panama over there. The Colombian Hacienda, Delicias del Negro. The little local places there are really good. And even though it might not seem like such a touristy day, I don't know if it's the season or what, but I saw little buses with people singing. I've seen several of those city tour buses and it's really cool. Really, really, really cool. And one thing people told me was, oh, but you can't miss visiting the Panama Canal and all that, right? Well, I already visited the Panama Canal about 12 years ago, the last time I came to Panama, and I feel like it's not something you visit twice. I mean, I would do it again, of course, when I come with Valerie, but... And if she wants to, knowing her preferences for nature, just saying. An architectural and engineering masterpiece, but spectacular. That's worth seeing at least once. But yeah, I don't know if she'd be up for it. I wouldn't go back. Honestly, if it was just to accompany Valerie, of course I'd do it. But you guys know that we prefer adventure tourism, nature tourism. And honestly, does Panama have that much? I mean, so much that I say, well, it's a shame I'm only here for one day. They even told us about a little island where there's an indigenous community and all that. And can you do a full day trip from Panama City? I've already written it down here. For those who live here in Panama and want to check it out, it's called Indigenous Community. In Lake Alajuela, it wasn't an island, it's a lake and it looks really cool. But for us, I didn't even have a full day, so I couldn't do it. These are the little bikes they charge for. There are already, look, there are some containers. No, if I'm going to be seen, it doesn't matter. I can't.
No.
How much does it cost?
10 per hour.
10 per hour. But I can't hire you if I don't have to go to a specific place.
Yes.
You have it in the cupcakes or on the floor at Burger King?
Okay. And it's a ride like a circuit?
Or they can give you an hour. Do whatever you want with her in that time.
Because you rented it. Okay. I thought you were offering the tour. My bad. I'm sorry. Thank you. Look. I mean, you can rent it for an hour, $10. That's a really good price. But no, I don't want to pedal. I want to be pedaled around. I'm a little tired. There's a little beach over there. People must swim there. The water is calm, really peaceful. Woof. The city's skyline is spectacular, way over there in the distance, and over here, look at all these little street food stands. In fact, I owe you a street food video, which we'll definitely do on our next visit. Over here they have mango, over here they have shaved ice, which I'm about to finish trying, but they also have some skewers like sausage and also good chorizo meat. How much do the shaved ices cost? 1.50 is pretty good. With milkshake, well, 2.50. And which one sells the most? The milkshake. You told me I can't miss trying the shaved ice on the coastal strip. I'm not sure if this is part of the coastal strip, but I see a coast and I see a strip where people walk. I'm not sure if it's this one or the coastal strip there. But anyway, they're shaved ice treats that look kind of like cola flavor, more or less the best selling one, and with powdered milk. In Venezuela, we add condensed milk to it. Here, they also add condensed milk, right? But here they add
powdered milk.
Wow. They turned on a generator just to shave the ice in 3 seconds.
He's coming to CC.
Thank you. Okay, is it time to try this bomb? Look, everything's spilling out. Let's see. Everything that's coming out is condensed milk, powdered milk. It's possible this tastes bad. This is incredible. Let's see. But this cola is different. I don't even know if it's really cola, but it doesn't taste like the cola from Venezuela. That's what it tastes like to me. It's sweeter and, well, obviously, with all the condensed milk and powdered milk, it's delicious. $2.50. This is a super big cup that, of course, I'm not gonna finish. It's way too big, but it's tasty. I recommend it. And for this heat, because I'm sweating like crazy. Look, over here there are more little stands selling grilled food. There's sausage. Here there's like a taco place. Well, there's everything. Palita, salchipapa, taco. Oh, look, the Dorilocos. That's where they crush up Doritos with whatever you want to add. And all of this keeps going. Look, over here there's even costume jewelry. There are little chains and things. Strawberries with cream, hot dogs, hamburgers. There's everything here. Travelers. Your host just passed by a pharmacy and come to the hotel because I'm feeling really bad. My head hurts way too much. I think it's because I had a few too many drinks yesterday at my sister's house and now I'm hungover. But it's crazy because it didn't hit me all day. It just hit me now, so, well, I'm going to rest a bit and try to feel better so I can record a bit more of the city at night for you later. But honestly, I feel really bad. I also have to put on my braces. I don't know if some of you have noticed, but now I'm using some braces called Align U. They're like those invisible ones that you just take. You fit them in this way and they change them every 2 weeks. And, well, I have to wear them for 10 months. It's 21 pairs. Look, here's the next pair, which I have to change in 2 days. I've already been using it for 2 weeks, and I'm doing it with a doctor named Barbara Freites, who is really awesome. She's there in Chuao, in case you're interested. I've seen really good results from other patients. I'm just starting, but in about 10 months, I'll let you know how I turn out. Well, now I really feel bad. I'm going to sleep. A headache and everything. I decided to go out to finish recording the video and try a little restaurant that they told me I just couldn't miss. Here in the old town, it's called La Fonda de Lo Que Hay or Fonda Lo Que Hay. Something like that. It's not that far from the hotel where I'm staying. Let's see what's there. And we'll share with you supposedly some delicious Panamanian food. By the way, I posted a story about the price of the room on Instagram, and a follower commented, I stayed in that same room a couple of years ago, and it cost me $125. But I think they lowered the prices because of the hotel they built in front, which apparently is like a French hotel chain or something like that, he told me. And that makes me reflect on how beautiful the free market is, how nice it is to have supply and the market itself. Well, the owners of the companies have to compete either by offering a better service or by lowering the price. The fact is that honestly, $80, I think that's amazing. Plus it has a restaurant that's also French and it looks really good. Right now, it was completely full, but yeah, I thought the prices were crazy. A beef entrecote cost $80, and no, I mean, I think the prices are just insane. At the restaurant, they told me when I arrived that the chef was really well known, that he had, well, several important awards and all that. And cool. But I'm not into spending $80 on a single dish, plus everything else, well, over $100 for a meal, right? I'm going to try the one I mentioned, which you also highly recommended. I think it's great that the room price is very affordable. Now I have a question. Now I don't know if the one from the French chain is this one, because if the restaurant is French, maybe the hotel is too, or if it's this one over here. But anyway, the point is that... Very good, good price, good man. And the city's skyline at night. Look at this spectacle.
Subscribe to the...
What a beauty, baby. I miss you. Well, I miss you both. There are two, really. Those who watched Margarita's videos will know how amazing it was to have the Toyota Prado, and that was just a little taste. But we're working so that someday... Obviously, there are many priorities, and I don't think it will happen in the short or medium term. But someday we'll have a new car, someday. You know, something really curious happens to me, and it's that when I'm walking, I feel very safe here in Panama. I asked the Uber driver who brought me from the airport to Casco Viejo if it was safe, and he said, yes. And honestly, I have felt it, unlike in other Latin American countries, where nothing has happened to me, honestly. I mean, I haven't had any bad experiences in any Latin American country. But I have come across a lot of people who keep warning me. Don't go out at night. Watch out for your camera, be careful, don't be so obvious. And it's kind of complicated. I mean, complicated because even if nothing happens, you start overthinking and you get kind of paranoid. And I understand that people say it with good intentions. I mean, they're warning you to prevent the worst. It's the same in South Africa, for example, if you go to Johannesburg or some parts of Cape Town. Everyone warns you when they see you're a foreigner. And it's like, cool. But at the same time, man, it's annoying that they're always putting that kind of psychological pressure on you. Instead of simply warning you to avoid certain areas, they repeatedly say, don't go out at night. As a tourist, you naturally wouldn't want to explore at night. Look how beautiful the atmosphere of this place is. It looks German, you can tell by the flag. Well, all of this is really cool, even though it says American Bazaar, but look how beautiful it is. I mean, really beautiful. Panama, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Even the sky cleared up. Right now, there are a few clouds over there, but it's mostly clear. So, to finish the thought, I haven't felt that sense of security very often. Even though I'm, again, a pretty laid-back, pretty daring person. I mean, even if they tell me, I'll still go out anyway. I obviously try to stay aware, but what other people say doesn't limit me. Because I experience it firsthand, day by day in Venezuela, with people saying they can't go, that it's unsafe and all that. And today, I would say it's one of the safest countries in Latin America. Regarding street crime, not the other issues we already know about. But in terms of, oh look, they're going to mug you if you walk down the street, I could say that Venezuela today, at the end of 2025, is one of the safest countries. Just in that, don't get me wrong about anything else, only in that it did seem very strange to me that they said it was closed, but look, supposedly that's all it is. It opens on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from noon until 11 at night, and it's closed all the other days. But in fact, it's closed. This place really only opens 2 days a week, on Wednesday and Thursday, and all the other days on the weekend. Well, the fact is that it's closed. I'll have to save it for my next visit. Let's see what place I can find around here, since I still have a really bad headache, to get something to eat and then go to sleep. I just left. That was the name of the restaurant, El Enemigo. I paid $60, but I had a ribeye that was so juicy and tender, it was like butter. It was a little expensive, yes, but I liked it a lot. Actually, they gave me complimentary yuca, and I'm not really a fan of yuca in general, but they brought me an appetizer. And the sauces, so good. I mean, there was one sauce that was kind of spicy and all, and the other one, I don't know what it was, but it tasted like a sushi sauce to me. Imagine that. And it was so good that honestly, I almost ate all the yuca, even though I'm trying not to eat so many carbs, but it was really good. And in the end, well, some meat with vegetables, delicious, lots of water. The thing is, I think I'm kind of hungover from yesterday. That's why I've been feeling so bad. A 1 liter bottle, and then I ordered another small one, like 300 milliliters. Oh, I would have liked that. I ended up going along the coastal beltway. I mean, being a little closer to all the buildings, the skyscrapers and all that, but I'm broke. This visit to Panama was pretty quick, but I really enjoyed it a lot. And now I'm going to try to speed up Valerie's visa so she can come. Because, or what? The issue with visas, like for Panama or Mexico, which are 2 countries we want to visit, is that they're a huge hassle in Venezuela. But with an American visa, which is currently on hold, and the Canadian visa. Yesterday we already sent the application and it was pretty long but simple. I mean, they asked for a lot of information, but that's it. It didn't seem too complicated. As soon as the whole Canadian visa process is finished, we'll let you know. Although, as far as I understand, unlike Mexico, Panama not only asks for the visa, but also an entry into that country. That is, the Canadian visa with an entry, while Mexico only asks for the Canadian or American visa and that's it. No entry required. So just so you keep that in mind, I have several questions about that. I don't know if someone can help me here and answer me. Because, for example, the Australian visa is also valid. And what about the Australian visa? And it has had entries. But then, if you renew the Australian visa, do you have to have the entry with the new visa? Or is it enough to have the old entry, but with the new valid visa? That's something I'm unsure about. If any of you watching know the answer, well, I would appreciate it. I'm going to finish walking to the hotel, enjoying this stroll through the old town. And that's it, wrapping up the video. A quick visit to Panama, but it was fun, it was enjoyable. Even though I've been feeling really bad, I think I showed you a little bit of what you asked me for on Instagram. Look, you have to visit this, and this. You have to go to this restaurant, and so on. I went to several, some were open, but I followed your recommendation. Now we owe ourselves a longer visit. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching us, especially from your television, grab the remote and hit the subscribe button. And we'll see each other in a few days with a new video. How about that?